Hi everyone. I'm making another post because this has been spinning around in my head for days now, and going to get it out. It's in regards to a comment that I got on one of my Circuit Overseer videos. There's a point in our visit that I bring up Franz, the president of the Watchtower Society, and the comment was that he was baiting me, and that if I would have said I agreed with him, the conversation would have been over. And it's true. He got real antsy then. He checked his phone. He got real fidgety. And I can see that now. So I had to go back and listen to the clip and make sure that I was talking about Fred and not Raymond, because I knew Raymond was an off topic. If I brought him up, I knew it would be over. So I had to double check to make sure that I did mention Ray. And in listening to that little clip again, something really bothered me. So I'm going to play the little clip about how the topic of Franz came up and his reaction and his responses, and then I'm going to tell you why this bothers me. So here we go. I'm going to play the little clip for you now.
Have you ever heard of a website called Watchtower Documents?
There's lots of apostate websites. I could probably spend now until eternity looking
but
at
what labels it as a apostate website just because she's got documentation?
Well, like
because she actually worked in Bethel high up with Franz and all that himself.
Sure.
And
Sure.
Ted Durax, or whatever his name was.
Sure.
And that's why she ended up leaving.
No.
It's not.
And I can tell you this, I mean, this is a challenging situation. If somebody's objective is to correct things, good.
Yeah, because mistakes, I have no problem with mistakes.
But if you think Franz, for instance, his objective is to correct things.
Well, Franz isn't correcting anything today.
was to correct
yeah,
things.
that's a long time ago. But,
of course. But if you think that that was his objective to correct things, that's your right to make that decision.
Well, that's my issue with this is I don't
I'm just
see
going to look at my
anything
phone
coming from.
because a friend of mine was going to send me that letter. I may already have it, but I may not be able to get it off my phone. Nope.
So that's where we brought up Franz, and we talked a little bit about Franz. It wasn't like an in-depth discussion or anything, but you can definitely hear that he was getting antsy and fidgety. Now, like I said, this has been spinning around in my head ever since I double-checked and responded to that comment. And the reason that it bothers me is, a couple of things. First of all, if he were aware that I was talking about Franz, the president of the Watchtower, it's absolutely was his job to correct things and to, make appropriate changes. It's his responsibility. This group of men is responsible for millions of people around the world. Absolutely, it's their responsibility to correct things when things are harmful or wrong or new understanding like they like to use. The second reason that really bothered me was if he was assuming that I was talking about Raymond Franz, there's really no difference. Raymond Franz was a governing body member who tried to correct things in his position. And when he couldn't correct things, he left, and he was disfellowshipped for trying to correct things. So it bothers me because they looked at the governing body member trying to correct things as inappropriate, as wrong, as something to be disfellowshipped for, as something to not agree with. So it's not I just couldn't figure out why it was bothering me. But that's what's bothering me. Because either way, it was their responsibility, their duty to correct things. So whether he thought I was talking about Fred, it doesn't matter. That was his job, to correct things. And if he did assume that I was talking about Ray, that was his job, to correct things. So that's why it was bothering me. And I just wanted to get that pretty much, like I said, out of my head and share it. So thanks for watching. Bye.